Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm just going to be talking briefly just about some of the options you may have when you maybe want to change out a plug outlet or a light switch. And so the first thing I'm going to show you here is the box that they mount in. Okay, so typically this box sits in the wall. As you can see, the nails would hold that one in, and the plug outlet would fit right in there. And it would screw it in. That's what holds it into the wall. Now the old school ones, they're going to be metal. And so if you have old ones in your house, and the metal can transfer electricity, and so the plastic ones are a little bit safer. If you look on the back here, there's some tabs. That's what you break. These tabs here, you break these tabs out, and the wire comes in from the back. And that sits in the wall, mounted to a stud, much like if this were, right there. And then the plug obviously would fit in there. So that's the mounting. But typically, this is your standard plug, and this is just a regular plug outlet. And on the bottom, this is a pretty old one. You can see it still has a flatheads on it. Doesn't have the Phillips option, but that's the ground there. And then you got where you supply your power here on the sides. And so that's a pretty standard. You probably have these in your house. The next one here is a little bit fancier. This is a GFCI plug. And the GFCI actually has a breaker on the plug itself. If you notice, it's got these buttons here. And so when it's plugged in, you can actually test it, and it'll trip, and then you can reset it. Now this is a 20 amp GFCI, and so you want to make sure that you're not putting a 20 amp GFCI on like a 15 amp breaker, because the breaker will be popping before the plug outlet, and it'll be pointless. But anyway, this is the GFCI. Typically, these are used like in kitchens, where you're going to be plugging in appliances and things like that, blenders and toasters and all that type of stuff, just to protect you from shorting things out and stuff. But some codes require that you have these in your kitchen installed, and so this is something good to know about. This one is a standard plug, but it has a light switch option. A lot of times you'll see one of these maybe at like a garbage disposal or something, but it's the same concept. You got your power on the sides, your ground right here, but it has the switch option on it, so you can wire something in, and all of these will fit in these. So like you have a plug here and a switch, so you kind of have a double option. Whereas a normal light switch, would take up the entire space, and there wouldn't be any room to put something else there. You know what I mean? So that is kind of a unique option if you needed something like that. Here's a typical light switch, just standard. You got where you supply, you put your power to, and then you have your ground here. This one here is just a flip switch. Same concept. You put your wires there, you get your ground over here, and this is color coded. You can see the green, and so typically they will be color coded, so you can see. You definitely don't want to put power to that ground spot right there. Anyway, here is a dimmer. This dimmer is a little bit different. They have all kind of dimmers with like there's switches at the top. There's switches on the sides. There's little slide faders you can buy. This one you turn on, and then you set where you want it, and you don't have to turn it down every time to turn it off. You just click it. So if you like it at medium light, you just leave medium light and turn it on, turn it off. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, there's all kinds of different faders you can buy. See, only 2 wires there. So it's real easy. But with all these plugs, if you go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's or your hardware store, whatever, there's going to be tons of stuff to choose from. Especially now, you've got plug outlets that have USBs already in the plug, ready to go, so you don't need that little box that they give you with your phone charger. You can plug your USB cord right into the wall socket, and so that is an option. Well, I hope that helped. Like I said, there's tons of options when it comes to this stuff, but just whatever suits your needs best, use whatever that is. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.